And the Rebels will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense.
Single.
The give on the inside. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Trying the left side. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam, but he is hard to bring down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over his block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Black Knights. The defense with the scoop and score. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop and score.
No doubt, country versus city. It's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To the air, it's Jordan trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Set. Ready.
He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Francis. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to pass, it's Jordan. He's taking the shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Here we go.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
Let's go.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. On the option. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going up top. Snatches it on the right. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easy. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about this.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Here we go. Dino.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Fires to the right. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Getting some heat. Pressure coming. buying some time. He's going to take off. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Single.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Takes it the other way. The 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you, I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point is through, and they're on top by 7. And the Black Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they've taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing.
He unleashes a long one. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. It's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Across the 25, he's got room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and Davies tackled down close to the goal line.
And this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a.
Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Army! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
Let's go. Easton, Easton.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And he sacked a big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D.
Opposite.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this is the third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
All right,
And
let's
this
get it.
could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He tried to get it on his own, but the defense comes up with a stop behind the line on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back, trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now it's second and goal. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Black Knights! And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the fourth. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Fair catch called for and made. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. He wants to throw. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They put themselves in prime position right here, Jesse, to have a chance to win the game.
So how about this offensive line, David? Can they get some push? Because you're expecting them now to run the football to help the kicker.
You're in a great situation. You're not in a rush. You don't have to hurry up. You know what you need to go out here, lead the clock, and kick the game-winning field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game.
Let's go.
This
Ready.
offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose.
Yeah, sir. GG's, fam. Came back from behind. That's how you do it.